Hi, so I am back to talk about some of the technology behind Flipped Classroom because I feel like maybe that's going to be one of the roadblocks that we are going to encounter. There's a lot of other things to do besides the video, but doing the video and recording yourself is probably going to be the hardest part. Mainly because you worry that the program is going to be too hard, your computer won't work right, and then plus it's a little bit weird videotaping yourself. So I want to go through some of this, maybe easier for you, at least let you see how these programs work so you can start trying to play around with them a little bit before school starts this year. So just again to go over this idea, flipped versus traditional. Flipped does not always have to be a video, but the idea is the teacher instructs the lessons at home through video, podcast. If you just want to record your voice, you could do that. If you just want to record a PowerPoint, or if you want the kids to look at a Prezi, no voice from you, just look at the Prezi, take the notes, ask the questions, you can do that too. Read a book, look at some websites, interview people, whatever it is, the learning happens, that basic learning, the how-to happens outside of class. So then students work in class for a deeper understanding of the concepts, applications. They are doing hands-on activities with it in class with you. And you're there to support them as their coach. Traditional, teacher instructs, student takes notes, students follows guided instructions, teacher gives assessments, students have homework, repeat. Okay, so just to recap a little bit. So now to that's what it's called when you record what's on your computer screen, screen casting. So I'm going to show you a few that I've messed around with a little bit, tried out, and kind of found some ones that work pretty well. So one of them hopefully will work out for you. And then at the end, I'm going to give you a really short tutorial on Camtasia. So the first I want to talk about, this is free, it's called Jing, it's at techsmith.com. The links are going to be on our webpage for the in-service, so you don't have to write all this stuff down if you don't want to, but Jing is very easy. It goes beyond recording video like you see here. It allows you to take a picture of a portion of your screen, you can draw on it, add a message, you can upload your media to a free hosting account through Jing, and they will give you a small URL that you can give your students. This works well if you don't really want to work with YouTube, if you want something really simple just to screencast something real quick. This may be a good spot to start. And it's free, so yay. So that's that. Next thing, Snagit. Snagit is $50. You have a little bit more options here, but not many. It's really easy. You could see on this shot here, you have an option for image capture if you want to take a picture of an image. You have text capture if you want to take a picture of a Microsoft Word document and point things out. You can annotate that picture as well. So, and then video capture, like you're seeing here. This is a video capture because you're seeing the capture is my face and this PowerPoint. So you still have the ability to do what you see right here in this program, but you don't get a lot of the extra stuff. Here it also saves as a file, and you would have to upload it to YouTube or whatever it is. They don't give you a URL as Jing does. So the really good one here is Camtasia. Camtasia, as you can see, is really expensive. Talk to me about that though. There are ways to get this program, but it's a really great program, and if you're interested in putting in the time, I won't lie to you, it did take a little bit of time. I'm probably going to say this in the how-to video, but it was rough. You know, 2 solid nights, maybe, you know, it was tough getting comfortable with the software, but now that I am, it flows really easily, and I know a lot of things I can do with it. It allows you to record your screen like you see right now, this, to edit, the fade in, the fade out, customize. You can make them look really professional with sound and all that if you want to, but you don't have to. It allows you, again, to have your face here, move it all around the screen, the call out bubbles, all that fun stuff. And it uploads everything for you to YouTube. It converts everything for you, so it does make it a little easier. Also, Smartboard itself works as a screencaster. Really easy. There's a little button in Smartboard that says record, and you just click boop, record, and it records what you're doing on the Smartboard. So it can see all of your pen marks. You can flip through a Smartboard presentation or even a PowerPoint if you want to, and it will record that. It does not record your voice though, I don't believe. So that's one of the drawbacks of it. But I also have recently heard that Prezi will record your voice. So, and those are two free things that, you know, we have right now to use. So something else I put on here, screencastomatic.com. It's a web-based program, so it's on the internet. There's nothing to download. You don't have to be scared of getting a virus or anything like that. It works on Macs and PCs. It gives you a URL. It's free. And it just allows you to capture what's on your screen. And again, it's called screencasting. So you have a few options to decide where you want to start with this thing. You have the free options with Jing and Screencast. You have the $50 option with Snagit. And then you have Camtasia, like I'm going to show you, which is more, it's more money, but like I said, talk to me about that. So, and I would suggest learning Camtasia, honestly, because once you get it, it really is a nice program. Okay. So what else you may need, and you are not going to need this stuff really. If you have, right now I'm making this video on a 6-year-old Mac computer with a webcam built in the top and a speaker built in somewhere. I don't even know where it is. So you don't necessarily need these things. But if you want them, you definitely can get them, especially if you want to do this at your school. Because the school's computers do not have webcams built into them like most home computers do. So that's just something to think about. If you are a math teacher, for example, you may also want the tablet to record pen annotations. But we have the Smartboard, so you might as well just use that if you want to do it that way. The headphones and the mic, you can find those really inexpensively. Again, those you would only really need if you were doing this at school, because I don't believe the school computers have a mic built in, but most home computers do. So you can get this whole thing up, running, at school for a mic, $10, $15 a webcam, $10, $15, $30. Tablet, again, I don't really think you need it because we have the Smartboard, but if you want it, another $70 to $150. But again, I don't think you need the tablet. If you want to do this at home like I'm doing right now, you don't need any of this stuff. Just to kind of let you know, here's what you might need. So use other teachers' videos. I also want to bring this issue up because this will take a little bit of time that you may not really have, because right now we have another week, 2 weeks before you see the kids, and you might want to get this going. So use other teachers' videos when you can. You can grab somebody's PowerPoint if you want and just record your little face in the corner. It's not going to be that much, don't try to reinvent the wheel here, okay? So youtube.com, you can Google and find great things if you want to. Other teachers actually have done, if you search flipped classrooms and then title your lesson, so flipped classrooms, I don't know, varying sentences, that's going to come up on YouTube for me. Also, I don't know that we knew about this, but http://exchange.smarttech.com, that is a webpage for Smartboard users. It has literally thousands of Smartboard presentations on pretty much any lesson you can imagine. So go check out that website because there's a lot there. Khan Academy is another one. That has, again, lessons on pretty much anything you can think about. So again, you have YouTube, you have exchange.smarttech, and you have Khan Academy. If you want to take others' videos, use their talking, use their face, or just cut that out and grab a PowerPoint you like, grab a Prezi you like, and then plop your little face in the corner and talk through it if you want to. So the idea here is, how can you share this work with your colleagues too? Because we are part of a big school district, so how can you kind of share these things with the people you work with and make the job a little bit easier on everyone? The best thing I can suggest here is really to talk to people. If you know somebody in your department that is doing the same thing as you, teaching the same class, work together on it. Plus, I think the kids really would like the idea of seeing two teachers kind of bouncing back and forth off each other, going through however they teach. I think that would be really interesting, and the kids would be really into it. Plus, it's less work for you. So, for example, let's say you didn't want to work with somebody, you just wanted to split the work in half. I would do the Anglo-Saxon intro, and then maybe somebody else in the English department teaching juniors would do the Macbeth intro. I would do parallel construction, somebody else would do, I don't know, antithesis or the power of repetition. And then we would kind of share each other's videos. So just a way you can kind of cut up the work, okay? So it does not always have to be a video. Remember that too. In the flipped classroom, students gather information before class so that they can use that information in class. The gathering does not always have to come in the form of a recorded lecture. Some ways students can gather information: read a blog, watch YouTube clips. You can send them looking for YouTube clips. Search through hashtags. You can find a lot of pretty interesting and, believe it or not, informational, educational stuff through hashtag. Conduct face-to-face Facebook or Twitter interviews for up to 5 people. Kind of an interesting activity to have the kids interview people on their own and gather the information from them instead of you. So that way they're still gathering the information, but not from your actual video. Okay, so this is a really quick run through of some of the technology that you have at your disposal. It can be a little finicky, but it really is worth the time to look into. Okay, so get ready for a short tutorial on the fun of Camtasia. Okay, so here is where I'm going to show you how to use Camtasia. So what you're looking at here is the kind of the desktop area for Camtasia. You have a video here. All it is, again, is a PowerPoint with my little face in the corner talking. Nothing too fancy. All you have to do to make this part happen is you just go to File. Right now it says Stop Recording because I'm recording this, but you would just click here and go Start Recording. A little picture of your face would pop up. You go into your PowerPoint and then you just talk through it, and that's it. When you're done, you come to File, you click Stop Recording, and then your video with your little face pops up right here. You don't have to do anything else. At this point, you're pretty much done. If you don't want to do anything or edit it in any way, that's it. From here, you would just go to Save As, and then you would save as. Or you would go to Share. If you have an iTunes account, it will let you upload to your iTunes so the kids can watch it like on a podcast or something. Screencast.com is also a really great, very simple place that will let you upload your videos, and they will give you a HTML site or HTTP site so you can give that link to your students. Or YouTube, it would convert and upload directly to YouTube for you. And then you're done. Then you tell the kids to go to your YouTube channel and look at for example, I'm doing the Anglo-Saxons here. Look at the Anglo-Saxon lecture for tonight. Take notes, be ready to work with it tomorrow. So the only other thing I want to point out, as simple as this is, again, it's just start recording, go down to your PowerPoint, which I'm in a Mac right now, but works the exact same way. Go to your PowerPoint, bring it up, go to play, run through your slides with your little face in the corner, or you can set it up so your face doesn't pop up, it's just your voice. It's really easy. Same way, File, Start Recording, your face, and then you just say no face, just voice. Done. So that's really it. The only other thing I want to point out is when you click Save As, it's going to give you some Save As options. Make sure you save as the thing you want it to be. So for example, and I don't want to get to it now because it will kind of mess up the fact that I am recording myself showing a recording, but when you go to Save As, again, you would name it, go save, and then it would ask you how big do you want the screen to be. This is really important, and I'll show you here now. You can do it that way by saving, or adjust canvas. make sure, see these presets down here? If you have, like for example, you want this to go to YouTube, you better click on this thing or it's not going to work. So just make sure you're doing that. If you want it in iPad, these are some other options for you. But if you go any bigger than this one, it's not going to upload to YouTube, and that's kind of annoying because you've already made the whole thing and whatever. So just be sure that you come here, adjust canvas to how big you want. This is your canvas space. Okay, so now let's say you want something a little fancier than just, oh, look, this is it. Let's say, for example, so this is what I have recorded. Here's my media over here. This is where I can see this is my face. This is the PowerPoint. Really easy. So you just push the play button. Okay, so you see my face down here, it's talking, stuff's happening, great. So let's say you wanted to change that a little bit. You didn't want, and you see this goes in time order, you didn't want this like all this beginning stuff. You wanted it to come in right here, okay, to start it, make it look a little nicer. It is really easy to do that. And again, you do not have to do this. This is just if you want to make it a little fancier. You can zoom in on your timeline so it goes down to the milliseconds. So I want to cut out the first 3 seconds. So all you do is you go to the beginning, you push the shift button, highlight up to second 3, right click, delete range, boop, done. And it now starts right where I want it to start. Okay, so that makes it a little bit easier, and that's it. Let's say I want, if you see over here, here's all these options. Let's say I want a little speech bubble above my head. So I just click, I drag it here, and then I type in that spot, and then done. And you see the little speech bubble is right here. Let's say I wanted to transition, so the speech bubble to maybe rotate in or something like that. You just drag it, and you drop it where you want it to go. And see this little highlighted blue thing there? That lets you know how long that transition is going to take. If you want the transition to be longer, you can stretch it out. If you want it to be shorter, you can make it shorter. So this is what it will look like. Whoop, right there. That's it. Again, really, really easy. Now, I also want to show you, let's say one of the things I think is really cool about the software that you can't do in all the other ones is pull a video off of YouTube. So I want to show you how to do that really quickly. It's really, really simple, I promise. There's a lot of free programs. The one I'm using here is called MacX YouTube Downloader. That's all you have to download. That's it. From there, you bring up the program. Oops, sorry. So, bring up the program, which was right there. Okay, here we go. Right here, that's it. And then it will allow you to pull a video off of YouTube and save it to your computer and put it into your presentation. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like then. Okay, let me close all this stuff. Boop, boop. Okay, so now again, we're in here. Go to media. So all you have to do is drag and drop the media you want right here. So I right-clicked, import media. I pulled this right off of YouTube using that program. This is the one we saw in the first presentation. All you do is you click and drop it wherever you want it to go. And that's it. Now, you're going to have to separate some of the time because you see how they're overlapping. My video is overlapping, so this is me, this is my face, this is PowerPoint, it's overlapping with the YouTube video. All you have to do is click from where the YouTube video started and shift button again, So let's get it right there. Shift, whoop. Okay, right to the end of it, and then you right click and you go insert time, and see how that cut my face and PowerPoint, face, PowerPoint from the YouTube video. So let me show you what that looks like. So here it goes. Now, there we go, YouTube clip. Now I would put in something here about the Anglo-Saxons, or maybe a clip from a movie that shows some of the culture or something like that. Okay, so that's it. I won't lie to you, using Camtasia is great. I've really enjoyed doing it, but it did take me a good 2 very aggravating nights of watching how-to videos on YouTube and figuring it all out. But once I got it, it was really easy, and I think I'm gonna stay with it, and it was really worth me taking the time to do.